We are going to go guitar shopping at the Gibson mod shop with Trogly. Or are we? Today, right here on GearGasms. Hi everybody, welcome to GearGasms. I'm your host, Alan Barnes. Today on the channel, are we going to have Trogly? Are we going to go guitar shopping with him? I'm going to answer that in just a second. But first, if you're new to the channel, I'd like to ask you to like and subscribe. This channel is kind of like mixing Pabst Blue Ribbon with Bud Light. Taste the white trash rainbow. Celebrate mediocrity. Ain't nothing mediocre about our friend Trogly. That man has a serious guitar collection. All of us deep down, we wish we could beat Trogly. I know a guy that wishes he could beat Trogly so much that he's come up with an act called Caveman, a tribute to the Trog. And he's not the real Trogly, make sure that's abundantly clear because I don't want to be sued. His name is Caveman, a tribute to the Trog. So we're going to see if he'll let us go guitar shopping with him. We're going to go to the Gibson mod shop. We might go other places on the internet. Depends on his mood. We'll get right into it. Welcome back, hermaphrodites, to your daily dose of guitar misinformation. Taking a look at the mod shop. Pretty typical 80s style Flying V. You see it's got the 3 volume knobs, one for each pickup, one for the rhythm pickup, one for the neck pickup, and then the middle knob is for volume when you have both of them selected. I don't know. That just doesn't scream 80s to me. That feels more like 90s. I don't see a volute there. So maybe it's post-Norlin 80s era. Pretty typical. This is a chance for us to get a good look at that headstock and see if we can figure out why there's no serial number. Oh, there it is. Is that a serial number? It looks like maybe it got sprayed over. Oh my goodness, look at the spray over on that. You could clearly see this was a refin, but there's actually a little bit of sparkle in the finish, but way too much on the fretboard. That's a shame. But it is still available in stock and ready to rock if you want to grab that, if that's your thing. Oh, now we're talking 70s Explorer in green satin finish. I really love these things. Now in the 70s, they didn't really have a satin. And this color looks more like maybe a 60s Fender color rather than a Gibson. I'm not sure what they were going for there. No obvious serial number. I think they've sprayed over it again. Again, no volute. It's supposed to be 70s. Maybe it's post-Norlin era 70s. Oh boy, you can really see that overspray there. And not such a great job where the nut meets the neck. Especially for a guitar that's $3,200. But you know, if you want a Gibson, you got to be at least a little bit willing to accept some major finish flaws. Now this one's right up my alley, in stock and ready to rock. $4,900 sounds like a lot, but this is a Gibson ES343. That speckled purple finish. I like how they match the gold doors on those pickups to the roller bridge saddles on that ABR Bigsby. Output jack on the front. On the back is a strap button. Let's get a good look at this headstock. Bone nut looks to be cut correctly. Going over here to the back of the headstock. That, again, is just a gorgeous finish with a serial number that you can't see. Now, my eyes might be playing tricks on me, but this gold box that holds this strap button, it doesn't say Gibson on it like the other ones. Maybe it's just the light. It's probably just the reflection. This one too is in stock and ready to rock. I like how they do that. $4,900. The name of that color is Plum Blast Sparkle. Where do they come up with these names? Candy Apple Red. I mean, who thinks of these things? $3,200. And this one too is in stock. Now, I'm not really sure what's supposedly so special about this one. This just to me looks like your standard ES35 in red. It normally has the block inlays, but they decided to put the dot in this because it's the special edition. That's the beauty of these mod shop collections. You never know what the thought process is. I love just trying to guess. Nothing on the truss rod cover there. I guess maybe that's how they save a little money. You can see a little bit of finish probleming around there. Perhaps it's a refin. I can't quite see in there. I wish I could. See if I can get in there a little better. Oh, here's another picture. Maybe this will tell us. It looks red all the way down, except for maybe, I don't know what that is. The white stuff. Maybe it's spittle. But that's a real beauty. Now here's a guitar everybody loves. 1958 Carina Explorer issue. Tangerine Sparkle. It's not tangerine, it's tangerine. Oh, I see what they did there. This guitar is a tranny. That's racist! Well, that's okay. Looks pretty good condition for a 1958, and that price isn't terrible either. This must have been in a case under somebody's bed. It looks almost new. A little bit of gold has come off the Floyd Rose. I like what they did with the Gibson inlay. Looks like, being that it's a 58, it's aged quite a lot. But it still doesn't look like it's been played much. And again, there's no name on the truss rod cover. I don't like how the strap button is out of focus in this picture. That doesn't look all that great. All that glue and stuff in there. Not sure what they're painting these fingerboards with these days, but maybe it's bleeding into the finish. Again, that classic 3-knob layout. Volume, volume, and then volume. Now, this particular Les Paul is one of the most unique ones I've ever seen. They totally reversed it. They did it backwards. That is so cool. It would be totally weird with the knobs on the top there. I bet it's really strange to play. You can see the normal Gibson inlay. It looks like it's been sprayed over. I see a lot of orange peel on it and no stenciled Les Paul, plus another blank truss rod cover. And that's a really odd serial number, maybe a custom shop serial number. Oh, wow, you can see they stamped mod into the back of it. And the back of the headstock has all that weird pitting and really rough. I'm not really sure what this guitar originally was supposed to be. God, was it deliberately pitted like this? Was this like a relic that they just decided, or because they cut it backwards, they just decided to relic it? I can't tell if that's a scuff or maybe just a reflection of light. I like the knobs on that one. Missing poker chip. Normal strap button. Not really sure what happened there. That's not a reflection. Boy, whoever messed this one up really messed it up bad. They must have figured out, what the hey. We cut it backwards. It does come complete with a normal Gibson case, though, so that's nice. They didn't open it up, so maybe that one's backwards, too. Moving right along, let's see what they have that's even more interesting than a backwards Les Paul. Oh, I love. We'll do this one first. This thing's throwing major Brian Setzer vibes. I really like the 50s finish. Totally period correct with some bare knuckle double creams in there, just like the ones they had in the 50s. I'm not sure I like the knobs, though, on this one. No poker chip, which kind of kills the Stray Cats vibe for me. Oh, I like how they left the natural finish on this back. Just totally gorgeous piece of mahogany there. Let's look at this headstock closely. Of course, you've got the mod shop stamp, and that serial number. This serial number is actually your old pal Trogly's social security number. Are they pranking me? I'm serious. That is my full social security number, 230-03-0295. That's. I wonder if they did that on purpose. They're messing with me over at the Gibson shop. Cesar and his crazy restraining order against me. I can't really tell what they've done here, but that is a great looking seam. You can see some tool marks there on the ends of those nibs. I've seen better nibs in my day. Oh, speaking of 50s vibes, I love these. Now the color's not period correct or the sunburst on this, but oh, those Bigsby's. I could dive on them all day. And look at those knobs, very, very throwback. What? Speaking of weird mistakes, looks like somebody drilled the screws right in the middle of the face of that pickup. I guess they threw it in there because it's the mod shop and it's weird. Interesting choice on the switch cap there. They decided to use an old retro one, I guess, to go with the throwback vibes on this one. I might have to get this one in here and document it on the channel. It's got a belly cut on the back. Just a beautiful piece of mahogany there with strap button. I like how they have the carve out there. That's what's known as the super long neck tenon. A volute. Look at that. With a Gibson spray painted on the back. Gosh, Grover tuners. Custom shop serial number. Looks like there was maybe another serial number above that. Is that what I'm seeing? But gosh, I've never seen like a volute go all the way at the back of the headstock. It's like the spine of a rhinoceros. I never know what they're trying to do with these pictures. Are they trying to show us damage? That looks like a scratch. Oh, a whole lot of scratches. $4,600 in stock, ready to rock. That's actually $4,700. With the scratches, I don't know. The color's hot pepper burst, though. Muy picante. That nut looks pretty radical. Hopefully they've cut that one correctly. Doesn't look like there's any fixing that one if it's messed up. They got a Les Paul with Strat pickups on it. Flying V custom in baked chestnut. $5,700. I always love seeing the custom treatment applied to a Flying V. It's got the diamond in the headstock, the Gibson logo, triple binding. Oh, that's just gorgeous. The bird inlays on the neck. But yeah, see, it's got the three knobs. I love the ones with the three knobs going straight down the wing. It's so much more aerodynamic. Where's the strap button on the... Oh, there it is. I hid the strap button. Oh, goodness. This is a beauty. Look at that. It's got the mod shop stamp. I wonder what this guitar started out life as. Why they changed it. Did somebody order something this crazy and then they didn't pick it up? Those Grover tuners look like they're lifting off the back of the headstock. What? Speed knob buttons. This is just really sick. Look at that. They did another backwards guitar. This one's an ES437. I guess it's only $3,800 because they made it backwards, but somebody will probably think it's pretty cool. I imagine that the strap coming out of this strap hole button would get in the way. It's really odd when they do these. The pickups aren't backwards, the neck's not backwards, and just somebody screwed up. I don't know if they came to work drunk that day. And finally, we'll look at this radical one. 1957 Les Paul Special Reissue. The finish is called Winter Impressions. Gosh, $4,600 for a special, but it does have that 50s vibe. Period correct knobs. P90s in this one. That's kind of odd for a 57. Get a closer look at that top. I wonder how they did that. I bet they had to dip it in something. Or maybe they just let a 3-year-old with some acrylic paint just like daub all over this. Over here it looks like a sideways pterodactyl flying looking for his prey in the ocean. And if you look really, really closely there, you can see the outline of the face of Ted McCarty. No poker chip on this one. I think that's odd. I see a little wrinkle stuff around the top of that nut. That's probably not good. Gibson, are you after my heart? This is the best picture of a strap button I've ever seen. And look, I think there's like either some dust on the guitar or maybe something got in the finish when it was being sprayed, but it looks kind of sparkly. Oh, let's just sit here for a minute and take in that glorious, beautiful strap button. It's in stock and ready to rock. I bet this is a very particular kind of guitar that only a particular kind of player would be interested in. Well, that about wraps it up for the mod shop. They don't really have a whole large selection right now. maybe they'll refresh it soon and we can take another look and see some really cool pieces. And I'll get some of these and document them on the channel. Well, what did we learn today? We learned that when it comes to the Trog, ain't nothing like the real thing, baby. As always, I thank you for the time that you spend with the channel. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. You got a few ratty-ass friends, or maybe you got friends that love Trogly's guitar show, send them over here to the channel. I love the real Trogly so much I'm not even going to hawk my own t-shirts or merch in this video, and instead I'm going to highlight that you can go on his channel and indeed buy Trogly's Guitar Show t-shirts. You should do that. You should probably do that. Whatever you do in the next 7 days, don't tell Trogly about it, because after he sees this, he's probably going to want to whoop my ass.
Busted!
But play more guitar, watch less of this, shh, and keep coming back here week after week for more GearGasms.